A Rowan County dog owner is charged with animal cruelty after a dog is found dead. We'll have a full report coming up next.
A man accused of stealing a car with a baby in the backseat is behind bars after a weekend search.
And construction in Lexington set to cause some major traffic delays. We'll have the details on that coming up this morning.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you and welcome. It's good to have you with us bright and early on this Monday as we begin Christmas week. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Welcome in. For the first track on the weather, let's turn to meteorologist Micah Harris.
Outside at the moment, we're pretty dry. It actually is kind of chilly right now, but look, when we get toward the afternoon, we will be well above average. We'll get those winds out of the southeast, and they'll be pumping that pretty mild air on in here. But you know that's not going to last for long. There's your dry start this morning. Look at your temperature sitting there above freezing at the moment for virtually all locations. Danville is our cold spot at about 32 degrees, 38 now, in southeastern Kentucky. We're sitting by the afternoon right around 50. I think some of us will be in the 50s with that small chance, very small chance of rain. But then we look toward Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, that's when that moisture and also that cold air filters on in here, maybe even a snow chance. And I'll go over the latest forecast in just a few minutes.
See you shortly with that, and we thank you. And new this morning, we are tracking a breaking news alert in Lexington. It follows a deadly crash.
This crash happened about 2:45 on Georgetown Road near the Scott County line. Police say the driver ran off the road and crashed through two fences. The coroner hasn't identified the victim or what caused the crash. We'll have more on this story as it develops. We'll also have a full report coming up on WKYT News at 5.
We're continuing to track the case against a man who is charged with animal cruelty. State police arrested Ricky G. on US 60 this weekend. Police say rescuers found his two Dobermans chained to a pole outside his house last week. One of those dogs later died.
The Star Rescue Group is now caring for the surviving dog. WKYT's Sam Smith talked with members of the group who are grateful G is now behind bars.
Lola's improving quickly.
2 weeks ago, the Rowan County dog warden responded to a call about Lola and another dog appearing to be starving outside a home on US 60 East. When he arrived, the other dog was dead and Lola was in terrible shape.
She seemed like she was almost near death when we came into finding her.
Lola was voluntarily given up by her owner, Ricky G., and put in the care of the group STAR, which stands for Saving the Animals of Rowan. A veterinarian says Lola was suffering from neglect. Now Jan Dachi says Lola is doing much better.
She outgrew her new harness already, so we had to fit her with a larger one today. The fact that she's come back so quickly is very heartwarming.
G is charged with animal cruelty in the second degree. Folks with STAR say that's not enough.
I don't think the maximum penalty for a Class A misdemeanor is really justification for one life and the suffering of the other life, but we just hope that whatever maximum penalty is available will be sentenced to.
Dachi says STAR will continue to nurse Lola until she's well enough to be adopted, making sure she's back to a healthy weight, spayed, and has all her vaccinations. In Rowan County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Star needs help paying for Lola's vet bills and food. They're accepting monetary donations. Well, the principal of a Central Kentucky high school is facing DUI charges this morning. Police arrested Bourbon County High School principal David Horseman last night. Authorities say they found Horseman passed out in his car parked at a speedway on Paris Pike in Lexington. According to authorities, Horseman admitted to driving to the speedway after drinking.
Police have arrested a man in connection with an Amber Alert out of northern Kentucky. Florence police say officers arrested 25-year-old Jonathan Sester in Hamilton County, Ohio, Sunday. They say Sester stole a car from a speedway in Boone County last week with a 20-day-old baby in the back seat. Surveillance video from that speedway shows the mother and her other child walking inside the convenience store. That's when police say Sester got in the car and drove away. Florence police found the baby in the car on Dixie Highway in Fort Mitchell. The baby was not hurt. We're hearing from neighbors who watched a fight in a high-speed police chase unfold on their street over the weekend. On Saturday morning, officers chased after Marco Marcel Givens. They say he forced a woman and her child into his car and sped off down Georgetown Street. This is in Lexington. Police caught up with him on Pemberton and arrested him. Neighbors nearby saw the ordeal unfold.
That was unnecessary, and to put an innocent child at risk was really unnecessary. childish, self-centered, which is really sad.
Both the mother and the child are okay. Police say Givens not only spit on a firefighter, but also caused hundreds of dollars worth of damage to a police cruiser. He is scheduled to be arraigned today.
Officers in Lexington are investigating a weekend home invasion. Police tell us around 7 Sunday morning, a man with a gunshot wound walked into the Good Samaritan Hospital. He told officers he was at his home on Anniston Drive when a masked man forced his way inside. The man says the intruder shot him. Police have a very limited description of that person. They took the victim to UK Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. An early morning robbery sent a man to the hospital. Police say a man was walking on Lane Allen near Harrodsburg Road in Lexington when 3 men came up behind him and assaulted him. He was able to walk to the Save-A-Lot on Southland Drive to get help. The victim told police one of the men hit him over the head and stole his keys and cash.
We have a reminder for Lexington drivers this morning. The blasting part of the New Circle Road widening project will impact another road today. State transportation crews will shut down Alexandria Drive between the roundabout and Viley Road. This will be twice today and tomorrow. Blasting is scheduled for 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. both of those days. Crews are widening New Circle between Versailles Road and Leestown Road. State officials have approved construction of Kentucky's first major solar-powered power plant. Kentucky Utilities and Louisville Gas and Electric partnered up for the project. It will be at the E.W. Brown Generating Station in Mercer County. The project will cost about $36 million, but it will have a minor impact on electric bills. Those at KU say the solar plant will help protect against possible price hikes for fossil fuels.
Well, the search for a man who went missing this weekend is now over. Sheriff's deputies in Laurel County say someone spotted 71-year-old Michael Salisbury Sunday morning driving his car down the road. They say he was alert and oriented. Deputies issued a golden alert for Salisbury after family reported him missing. He takes various medications and is diabetic. Deputies say Salisbury had an argument with his wife and left their home Saturday afternoon. And in Lexington, a golden alert that was out for a missing girl ended with a big sigh of relief over the weekend. Saturday morning, Lexington police issued a golden alert for 10-year-old Summer Barnett. Investigators think she walked out of her house between midnight and 3 o'clock in the morning. Police say she wandered about a mile from her home on Winston Avenue and ended up inside a woman's house down the street.
It was 3:35 when I heard the doorbell the first time, and then it rang again. First thing she did when she came in, she sat down and grabbed the dog. So the dog, I think kind of calmed her a little bit. But anyway, she had her cocoa, and then the fire department took her.
Cute dog there. Summer was reunited with her family later that morning. They say it's the second time she's wandered away from home. So good news there that they found her safe and sound.
Sure.
Well, this weekend, a group in Harlan County helped to provide a Christmas dinner to hard-hit families, out-of-work coal miners and truck drivers.
WYMT's Sean Barry spoke with some volunteers who handed out meals.
No Christmas dinner is complete without the turkey.
And I know it's just a small gesture of a turkey.
In Harlan, the Tri-State Bass Club handed out the not-so-small 14-pound free bird Sunday to more than 100 out-of-work miners and truck drivers.
Being able to help our fellow people here in the county means a lot to me and them. That's why they're here to help out today.
Thanks to the club's gifts, those receiving the turkeys might be able to have a better Christmas.
I really do appreciate these fellows for taking the time out of their day to do this, and I've got a lot of respect for them.
Members of the Bass Club told me they chose to help out coal miners just because it means more to their community.
Our community has been hit so hard with layoffs and stuff like that. We figured just a little bit from us giving back to the community through sponsorship to help out on Christmas,
It brings a tear to my eye almost, man, because that's awesome that they're helping these families in the time of need when we really need it the most.
As the day went on, turkey after turkey disappeared, helping to provide a Merry Christmas for those who need it the most.
And this is the club's second year of giving away those free turkeys.